Good morning. It's been a while since I've done a video, and I wanted to give an update. I have some coffee. Um, so much has changed since I did the last update where I was feeling lost and what am I doing? Who am I? Um, Amazing how much changes in when the seasons change and sort of things flow the way they need to. During that period when I was feeling lost, I think I was trying a number of different I was trying a bunch of different things. And I think what's interesting is that, coming off of last year losing a parent and a grandparent and then losing a job, I turned 45. I don't know why that feels significant, but it definitely did at the time. And then I think I got so sort of frustrated with up to this point, um, trying for knowing that I'm not really built for a traditional kind of career. And yet it's always the easiest thing to fall back to. And so when things sort of get rough, it was always like, okay, let's just go get a job and we'll just, pays the bills, whatever. But I know deep down that's not how I'm built or what I want. And so it was interesting. I built a product studio, and I can't remember how much I updated since then, so I'll just go back up just a little bit. But I started a product studio, and essentially I just wanted to build my own products, my own things. So I built a restaurant CMS, essentially a platform and an iOS app that an owner of a restaurant could update their menu. I really hate it when you go to a menu, like a restaurant website, and there's a PDF of the menu on the website just sort of plopped on there. Especially when you're on your phone, you have to like pinch and zoom, and you can't actually see what's on the menu without like, a bunch of work. And so, what this would do is it would take the menu and it would embed it on your website, and so you would have a live menu on your website, but the restaurant owner could basically open up their phone and like take something off the menu or change the price. And it was great. We got it, built it, got it to work. Took about 4 months to sort of work through all the designs and the building, and we had one client, and that felt good. It felt good to get one thing up that a business relied on to update their website. And and then I woke up one morning and I went, this isn't it. This isn't the thing. And I don't know whether it was I didn't want to spend, the next couple of years sort of convincing website restaurant owners to and managers to use something like this, or whether it's not, it wasn't really my passion. I was really trying to just see if I could get it built, and I did, and somebody used it, and then I went like, okay, I did that. And I haven't done anything with it since, but it was such a good experience. And then for me, it sort of felt like this is the weirdest analogy, but like it took the wrapper, like the clear cellophane when you buy something from the store, the clear cellophane that's it took that clear cellophane packaging off my inhibition and my fear of going out and building something. And then I built an iPhone app. And this was sort of the early days of AI coming out and what can it do, and I built that, and it was called Word Salad. And the idea was that you just recorded yourself talking, like when you were walking or in the car, just ideas or things that you needed to plan or remember, and you would do that, and then AI on the back end would take that and turn it into a project plan or like something tangible that you could start actioning and doing, which still feels relevant. Like I would love to be able to just, as I'm driving, just talk. And then when I get back to my desk, have a really clean, organized set of thoughts in something that I could track and manage. But that one too, I launched it And the second I launched it and I remember specifically sending it to a friend saying, hey, I finished it. You should check it out. And after sending it, being like, this is not the thing. um, but that's okay. And, who knows how much I spent building those two things. Doesn't matter. It was really about the journey and the sort of pulling that wrapper off, being okay, sort of investing the money and the time and getting through the process of design and development and working with the teams, and which I've done for 2 decades now, but doing it for myself and doing it in sort of not with not with deadlines and client feedback, and just doing it for myself. It really helped. And then I revisited an idea that Bonnie and I had had in 2017 when we were in Brooklyn. And we went to dinner one night and we were just talking about how frustrating it is that there's no good place to like save some of your favorite things. And favorites, I mean, even, I have this case, right? So I like to sort of not have a case on my phone, but I have this case, which is just this like MagSafe that fits on the back, which is so great. And I can set it down on a table and I don't worry about scratching the lenses and all that sort of stuff. It's just enough. But when I have something like this and I share it with somebody at a party or having drinks or whatever, someone's like, "Oh, that's amazing. You should send that to me." You know, okay. I sort of go through my Gmail, hit purchase history. I try and search for case. If I can remember the brand name, I go to the website and I go searching for my brand, which one I picked. Then I take that link and I text it to the friend. Here's the thing I was telling you about. And then that thing for my friend sort of gets lost, or unless they click it and open it, and unless they purchase right now, if they go do something else, they have to remember where that is. And then we start texting back and forth and that thing gets lost. Um, and then when you think about that, you start realizing how many platforms you have in your life. You've got, Chrome or Safari where you save bookmarks, and then you've got Google Maps or Apple Maps, and you've got like either Yelp or OpenTable or um, you've got whatever you use for work, and you know where all these different places that we have, like even think about Instagram and Twitter, and it's so hard for me to call it X. I can't just call it X. And everybody I talk to when you're at dinner or meetings, it always says Twitter. I'm going to stick with Twitter. All these bookmarks on Twitter and Instagram or Threads, and none of them talk to each other. So you have all these disparate like lists of things that you want to come back to or try or check out, and they're all over the place. So there's no good way to take all of those things that you like, even this shirt, right? Or a pair of headphones or hat, like where I bought this specific, because I love this hat, by the way. It's fitted. It fits just right, and I would want to be able to buy another one. But like the store that I went to or the brand, where would I save that so that I could pull it back up and just order another one? Or if somebody said that looks great, send it to me and I want to get one. I don't I don't know where that lives. And so that's what I started building, was essentially a aggregator of bookmarks that you could take links, any link, and just dump it, and then easily find that stuff again. And that evolved into social bookmarking, right? Where I could take a group of things, like an Airbnb and a restaurant website and two Google Maps things like for directions or a hotel or whatever. And I can bundle those things that are seemingly sort of unrelated in platform and bundle them up with a bit of context. Hey, here's the places we're going to go when we visit New York. You know, keep these handy. Let me know if any of them seem like, we should swap out Airbnb, or if we should go to a hotel, whatever. So we take that as a collaborative list, and I just text it to you and you have it, And you save all those things to your account. You're not saving them to all of those different places like Airbnb and Google Maps, the website. Where do you save that? Like Chrome bookmarks or Safari bookmarks, which is such a pain to try and sort of find those again. There are ways, but it's not easy and it's not simple and quick. And so now you save them all to a platform and you just type in a search like travel and all that stuff comes up again, or New York, or stuff Bonnie sent me, or stuff Trip sent me, and it all just comes up. And it's called Stacklist. And the social part really starts to unlock some interesting things around what you like and what I like and the interests that we can share. And that becomes interesting. And then we started building the endpoint, which is a public profile. It's kind of like a unified LinkedIn profile, like you would see a link tree or something like that. And now I have got mine up. And wherever you're seeing this, I might have my link in bio, but it's just stacklist.app/Kyle. It's got my Apple iTunes playlists. It's got the stuff I use to edit social videos on. It's got my favorite Atlanta restaurants, my New York restaurants. And now I've got an easy way to just dump things in. There's a Chrome extension. So any website I'm on, I just hit save and it saves the website and I can add notes. We've got iOS and Android coming out soon, a Mac app. We'll have Safari really soon. Sorry, I mean Firefox really soon. Safari's weird. And now wherever you are, if you've got a link, if you've got something on your phone, you can take from Chrome, you can just hit share and just push it to Stacklist instead of saving it wherever one saves mobile bookmarks. And then you can start collaborating with people on lists of things. And it's so funny once you start using it, you really realize how many links are in your life and how it's not easy to just take a bunch of links and collaborate with other people on that. So I'm really excited. We started building like 4 months ago, and now it's a real thing with all the apps and people using it. And now I'm starting to have VC investment talks, and it's a real business. We've got 15 people working on it. I've talked to some fairly sizable social influencers and tech influencers who are like, "Wait, what? This doesn't exist?" You're right. It should. uh, Amazing. Let's talk. And partnerships with established, known companies who are like, "Oh my gosh, this would be so great to partner up on." And this train is rolling. All that being said, this is not a pitch for Stacklist. You can go sign up for the waitlist if you want, or I'll get you past the waitlist. But I think for me, just emotionally and personally, I have found more times while building Stacklist over the past 4 months, more peace and knowing, and like I'm I'm actually being used at full capacity for what I was meant to do. And I haven't felt that before. I mean, I felt times where I know that I can go work in an agency, I can go set up operations, I can go do those things. But as soon as I do it, I'm ready to go build something else. I'm such a builder and not a runner. Like I like, but I think it'll be different for my own thing because it's always evolving. It's always going to be changing. It's always going to be different for 50 people are using the app and 50,000 people and 500,000 people are using the app. So it's always going to be evolving and changing and growing and fresh and new all the time, which is just how my brain's built. But all that being said, as an answer to my I'm lost video, I'm found. I found it. I'm found. Um, yeah, I found my thing. And what's interesting is that I went through two products or two services, whatever, that I built before this that weren't it. I loved that journey, but I knew they weren't it, like in my core. But this I've had so many times where it really feels like, I don't know, in sort of a universe woo woo way, it feels like I'm floating on a pretty fast moving river, and it's like the right river. It's like, yes, this is the river. I have no idea where it's going. I'm gonna bump into rocks. I'm gonna hold on tight. I'm gonna just paddle like crazy and see where it goes. But I'm having so much fun in the journey, and I think that's a good indicator that it's the right river. So we'll see. But I will be back from time to time to give updates, and yeah, let's see where this river goes. All right, off to brave the rapids. See ya.